First of all, this is one of our patient registration cards. Every one of the 40,000 people that Jewish Voice treated last year received one of these cards. They're printed locally in country. It just, you know, their name and their age and what their symptoms are, and then the doctor writes the diagnosis and what their prescription is going to be, if they'd like to go to the prayer and counseling room or not. It's all on this card, so this is what brings them through the clinic, and then if there's any follow-up or return instructions for those few who are invited to return for follow-up care, we write it on the back. This card was given out in Gondar in 2011. Asimaru is the guy's name. And it was torn up. I taped it back together. You can see it was actually torn up at the gate because they didn't realize there were return instructions on the back of it. And he said, no, 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 I need that. And what I had written, well, this guy shows up in Gondar this past year with a card which by its color we know is not this year's card. So I'm about to take it from him and promptly escort him to the gate in the compassionate way that I do when I'm in clinic mode. And I flip it over and I go, that's my handwriting. And on this taped up card it says, keep card, returned in 2012 for possible eye surgery. This man got cataract surgery this past year. We are his only opportunity to receive medical care in the course of a year. So, I mean, think of the outrage if we were told, come back in a year by any of our doctors and given some dirty, ratty piece of paper to do so. But he kept it, and he kept the two halves, because that's what he brought. He didn't have tape. And he got his eye surgery. Just an example of the impact that we're making. Not to pat ourselves on the back, but to highlight the niche ministry that the Lord's brought us into that's so desperately needed in Ethiopia and the other places where we work. So this is on my wall, and some days at 5:03 p.m. when I'm wondering what the heck we're doing and if it's worth it, I'll glance at that card and remember for that man it was worth it, and for so many others.